Hello there, I am Shaun McLaren, and as you can see, we have some Modern Masters 2017 cards to be drafted. Alright, let's get everything correctly sized here. Looks pretty good. Alright, so Terminus seems pretty good. How much is Terminus worth? Not a whole lot, but it is a good card anyways, so we'll probably be taking it. There's also Lingering Souls, which is a great card as well. Beyond that, there's not too much we're really missing out on, so we're just going to take Terminus and see where things go. Ooh, cruel ultimatum. Alright, well, things could get real weird if we wanted, or we could just take the Path to Exile. I think Path to Exile makes sense as well. How much is Path worth? Alright, Path is 70 cents worth of value as well. I mean, Path has got to be the pick here, since it pairs with our first pick so well, color-wise, and Cruel Ultimatum really doesn't. Although it does pair in a sense that they're both good control cards, and we could possibly make it work, but you'd have to be a little bit bonkers to do that. Alright, here we have Entomber Exarch, which is pretty good. Centaur Healer's pretty good. Corpse Connoisseur is probably fine. Seagate Oracle for blue-white blink shenanigans. I mean, Entomber Exarch just seems great. Probably the best card in the pack here. So I think we'll just take it. And Tower Gargoyle, so we might just be Espering it up. Not really passing out on too much, like, I was gonna say Crippling Chill, but we aren't even in blue, and I'm thinking Esper. Bone Splinters, Torrent of Souls is quite good, but yeah. Just gonna take the Tower Gargle here and be pretty happy about it, since we're not really missing anything else in the pack, and Tower Gargoyle is quite powerful. Entomber Exarch is a nice blink target as well if we do end up in some sort of Esper blink scenario. Alright, what have we got this pack? Alright, we have Dimir Guildgate, which we should strongly consider taking if we're going to start committing into the Esper plan, which we probably should. There's also Abyssal Spectre, Tandem Lookout, just pretty good, but I mean, not that exciting here. So yeah, we're just gonna take the Dimir Guildgate, start getting our fixing right now. Yeah, pretty good. And so Familiar Ruse, Kraken Hatchling, Momentary Blink. Kraken Hatchling's pretty good for what we want to be doing. On the other hand, Momentary Blink could potentially be amazing. There's also Familiar Ruse. which seems fine, but not good for what we're trying to do at the moment. I think we'll just take Crack and Hatchling for now, just because it synergizes best with what we're doing. Alright, so we have two forms of fixing and Agent of Masks. I don't know what this card is supposed to be, but it exists. So we're just basically deciding between these. I mean, Gift of Orzhova isn't really what we want, so consideration, let's go with the Orzhov Guildgate. I'm not entirely sure why, but so Aether Mage's Touch. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield that gains. Return this to owner's hand. Okay. So this is okay. Sure. Spell Pierce, Ogre Jailbreaker. Ogre Jailbreaker seems fine. We already have some gates. There's also Youthful Knight, but not really what we're looking for. The big Ogre Jailbreaker seems good though. And Crippling Chill seems fine. Again, these aren't really what we're in the market for. Ooh. Recover, Corpse Connoisseur, Cower in Fear, all pretty okay. Right now, we don't really have any Corpse Connoisseur shenanigans. I guess we'll take it just in case. And then Aristocrats and another Jailbreaker, lots of 4-drops. And not gonna get baited today by the giant baiting. So yeah, kind of not really too many synergies, but I mean we have Terminus, Path to Exile, and then just a bunch of decent cards, decent to okay. So if we want to sort of focus more on the blink aspect side of things, which I assume we'll be doing at some point, like Aether Mage's Touch is a pretty good defensive card, first of all. And then if we have enough creatures, like even just putting in an Ogre Jailbreaker isn't the worst. Okay. Ooh, Arachna Spinner. At uncommon, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Arachnus Web synergies. Unfortunately, we're not really doing that. Alright, so if we take Cackling Counterpart, we can sort of go towards the blink. Like Wing Splicer would also be amazing for that. Cackling Counterpart, Wing Splicer might be better. Cackling Counterpart seems like way cooler though. Wing Splicer, yeah. Also, it's a 4-drop. Okay, Lingering Souls and Cyclonic Rift and Soul Manipulation and Augur of Bolus. So this pack has everything we've ever wanted and more. It's just a matter of what is more powerful, I think. Lingering Souls or Cyclonic Rift. Probably just Lingering Souls is way more efficient. I mean, Cyclonic Rift is also incredibly powerful. And then, yeah, if we can get any of these cards to wheel, we would be happy. Flicker Wisp, okay. There's Urbis Protector, which isn't really even that exciting, and a Mist Raven. Flicker Wisp is the most efficient on raw stats. I think we could take the Mist Raven or like the Hookmaster even as things to blink, but right now we're just going to take more good blink things. Okay, Vanish into Memory. Okay, there's also Morori. Morori is just very good. I mean, it's essentially a tower gargoyle, but worse. So yeah, Vanish into Memory would be good with like Flicker Wisp, but I mean, we're just gonna take the more efficient card. Ooh, Agony Warp, yes please. Perfect 2-drop for our deck. Exactly what we are looking for. Do want some Agony Warps. And Grixis Slave Driver would be completely reasonable. Ooh, Orzhov Guildgate, okay. Also, Pilfered Plans, Ghostly Flicker. Again, we don't really have that much to blink, so we're not even really committed to that plan exactly, although we would enjoy it. We would enjoy it. Alright, Dimir Guildgate, or Aether Toe, or Mystical Teachings, or Hookmaster. Does Teachings get anything good? Not really all that much. So we're just going to take the Fixing here happily. Also, Hookmaster was actually a consideration for the synergy with like our counterparts and our Flicker Wisps and touches. Alright, so our Fixing is starting to look fairly good. Alright, Aether Toe, Flicker, Pit Keeper if we just want a 2-drop. Aether Toe is probably the best card here, but we have a whole bunch of 4-drops and reasonable amounts of removal. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pit Keeper just to fill out the curve. It's also a good blink target if you're at that point, which is rare. And then Sundering Growth is potentially a card. 9 Zombie does not seem good. Sure, Recover we might want, or Cower in Fear. I think I'll go with the Cower. Better sideboard card. Okay. Deputy seems completely reasonable. So we don't really have blinker targets still. And we have a whole bunch of different ways to blink things. Sure, just take the zombie. The gift is not very good in our deck. Everything already has flying. I guess it's good on an Ogre Jailbreaker, actually. So, great Fixing, decent removal, and just 4/4 flyers. So really just looking for synergies and more good stuff. Ooh, Domri. Wow. How much is that worth? Not much. Not much. Here, what have we got? Alright, nothing. Another deputy or a guild gate? It's kind of super disappointing. Or Talon Trooper, which would also be acceptable. I think I'm just gonna take the fixing. These are like super unexciting, and more gates are good. Ooh, Tower Gurgle, Slave Driver. I'm just taking the Tower Gargoyle here. Also a Lock Keeper, I guess. Yeah, just more 4/4s. Okay, fixing Aether Mage's Touch. Lone Missionary, Slave Driver. I mean, we could go for the touch and then hope we just get a bunch of Grixis Slave Drivers to put into play. Sure. Why not? Okay, Burial Rites, Attending Knight for the blinks, Hookmaster for the blinks, Azorius Guildgate, Burial Rites just might be too good. Our deck is looking a little bit clunky though. It's good with Corpse Connoisseur. Search for something and then unbury it. Okay. Nothing good, and Azorius Guildgate. Sure. So not really what we were hoping for this pack. I'm hoping for creatures. Creatures we did not get. Alright, what have we got? Ooh, Sin Collector is exactly what we have been wanting this entire time. A 3-drop. That's a reasonable blink target. Also Attending Knight, which is the exact same thing could be said. We'll take the Sin Collector though. And the Law Keeper, good. Sort of filling out the lower end of our curve is perfectly acceptable, and a bunch of stuff that is terrible for us. A bunch of green cards. Alright. A bunch of green cards that would be great to be blinking. and or copying. Thing is, we can just not play the Aether Mage's touches and just be sort of a normal control deck. Kind of disappointing though. Okay. Populate's good with Cackling Counterpart. The Deputy is fairly amazing though. And a 2-drop. Sure. Bunch of stuff we aren't interested in. Sure, Lone Missionary. And Look Out. And another Jailbreaker, sure. I mean, we have infinite gates, so it's just a 4/4 man. Ogre man. It's a 4/4 ogre man. Alright, so we do kind of have enough creatures for Aether Mage's touch. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. Alright. Tandem Lookout is fine with our flyers. And Corpse Connoisseur isn't really doing anything at the moment. Unfortunately, like, it has minor synergy with Pit Keeper, pretty good synergy with Unburial Rites, but other than that, it is a 5-mana 3/3 with Unearth, which is pretty poor. So 16 creatures at the moment. Aether Mage's Touch just seems like unnecessarily risky and bad to be playing. Cackling Counterpart is just always pretty reasonable on the other hand. So yeah, not really a blink deck, just Esper control. So we'll have to sadly make do with that. Alright, so colors. So blue is kind of our splash, but kind of need all of our colors as well for our tower gargoyles. So kind of our main plan is to just smash the face with tower gargoyles, which isn't terrible. So 8 black, 7 blue, 8 white, 8, 8, 7. Seems fine, I suppose. So yeah, let's try this out and see what happens.